Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact. Yeah. Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube and the Twitch, and maybe soon to be coming to other formats as well. We're going to be looking into that. Joining me tonight, my cohorts in crime, we've got Alicia and we got Front Row Bill. How you guys doing?
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We're allowed to say it still. We haven't seen
it's only not even been a week.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the first show of the new year, so absolutely we're gonna say it. We're gonna say it to our audience who we love so much. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hope you are all, hopefully 2024 isn't a total shit show for you guys so far.
Hey, take it one day at a time.
There's still time for one.
There's still 300. There's 300. I'm horrible at math. 300 somebody. What is math?
Starting off with Punk here with a $2 super sticker. Thank you.
Thank you.
No clip. Oh, come, play him something. But don't play him, Coach. Play him something.
All right, I'll go to my board here, and I will. Let's. You know what? Let's go with a classic, Hall of Fame worthy clip.
Oh,
this is a bunch of crap. This shit sucks.
Yes, dude. Don West, newly into the Hall of Fame this year, along with Mike TNA. Tremendous. Good choice. So how's everyone doing in the chat? Hope you're doing well. By all means, chat it up with us. Let us know what you did on your New Year's. Did you do anything special? Did you stay home and Netflix and chill or whatever?
Pots and pans.
A bunch of people around me were firing guns and fireworks. So
yeah. No one does the pots and pans anymore.
What? I'm so
I live in the sticks.
Although I did hear, I think it was maybe I don't know if it was the mayor or a police commissioner in Philly, give an announcement on the radio, don't fire your guns up in the air because bullets do come down. FYI.
Yes. You don't point them straight in the air.
It's like lawn darts. They come down.
And preferably there's a dirt mound behind you. Oh, God.
Yeah, hopefully they don't come down as fast as they go up.
You have to practice good safety protocol with your weapons.
Oh, wait. We got the doctor's in. Dr. Gerbs with the super sticker. It's time. It's TNI time. Time. Can I get a violent J? Laugh out loud. Happy New Year. I think we can do that. Little violent J. For a second, as he says it, I'm like, whoop, whoop. Do we have violent J?
Fago.
But I think he still hangs in here.
We got this guy again.
There we go.
There you go.
Classic.
Whoop, whoop.
And speaking of classics, folks, we are going to be getting into tonight's episode, which was I saw bits of it just because so much of it I've seen before, but it was nice to be reminded some of the very cool moments in TNA history, as it were, and will be again because it's actually the show. I guess I read somewhere that there were some issues with people trying to look it up or record it on their DVR or something to that effect.
Yeah, I think
folks, make sure whatever
back to TNA.
Yeah,
and not.
Yeah, it actually is TNA now. Yeah, so make sure you watch for that if you are watching it on a replay, as many of you do watch us on a replay as well. Don't worry. We're still the same old show. The only thing is,
literally
when we
same
do
old show,
say
getting older.
Yeah, when we do say what we are covering, it will be TNA Impact Wrestling or TNA whatever else we're covering.
The show is Impact, just like before. TNA is the company. Right. The show is Impact. Small I.
Exactly.
So I know that seems to be what, I don't know if it's a one night only, but that seems to be kind of, instead of the Impact on Access TV, it seems like that will kind of be the new like hashtag TNA Impact.
Yeah. So just watch out, watch for that on the socials if you like to do so, and we'll share that as well. But I think what we're gonna have fun covering most of all tonight, honestly, is some of the little news that's gone on this week. There's been some fun stuff, especially as you can see by the cover of this video.
So I think that's time for a little jingle, J-Bone. You're going to get right up in that news.
J-Bone's jingle. So. Play it if you will.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, on this very special edition of TNI.
J-Bone.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
All right. Well, I don't know where you guys want to start, but there was certainly some very interesting stuff that happened last night across different company boards. But we'll start with the Impact TNA Impact company stuff first, if you will, and then we'll kind of branch out and have a little fun, if you will. So as you can see by the cover of the video tonight, there is someone new that was announced for a match for Hard to Kill this year. One of the many free agents, starting 2024 without a home company, if you will. Alexander Hammerstone, who recently left MLW to, try his fortune at something, bigger, better, wherever. And he put out not necessarily what do they say? Not an open challenge, but an opportunity for a company to bring him in. I mean, that's really talking yourself up. It's like, hey, it's your pleasure in a sense, it's all, the pleasure's all yours. But Josh Alexander then took to the socials and said, hey, you're a shark, and it's spoke of some other things, but it sounds like he basically was like, hey, yeah, I'll bite. So
I can turn it on anytime, Pat. Come on, no problem.
There you go. Special referee, Shark Boy, right there. Book it, coach. So we got Hammerstone versus Josh Alexander. No necessarily special, no gimmick, but if you want to call it like a special expedition, I guess, because we don't know exactly if Hammerstone has put pen to paper yet. We don't know if we're going to get a moment during the pay-per-view where Coach comes out with, papers hanging out of his back pocket. Here, sign it on my back. It's pretty awesome. One of those moments. We don't know yet. So we're not gonna assume anything. We're just saying, hey, here's the match. Give us your thoughts on it. And if you haven't seen Hammerstone, please do yourself a favor and go check him out. I've been a fan of his for a long time. I saw his first match becoming a champion in MLW. It's hard to believe that was actually like 5 years ago now, or almost 5 years ago. What is time? It's crazy. He faced another up-and-comer, flying Brian Pillman Jr. at the time. So that was interesting as well. I'm going to my own panel here. Are you guys familiar with Alexander Hammerstone and what he's done? Let me know. What's up?
Yes, sir. I'm not a strong follower, but dude's pretty cool.
Yes,
he's a big old strong boy.
Hammerstone. He is. I've seen him quite a few times over the years. I've attended many MLW shows, and he's put on some great matches with Jacob Fatu there. So definitely seen him on the indies a few times as well. He can definitely go. He has a presence. Dude's looks like $1 million. He's Mr. Jim. That guy could be called Gymnasium on IPW. But he's like he's what you look at. If you're like, what's a main event type guy look like? It looks like Alexander Hammerstone.
Oh,
so
man.
and he put up some good matches. Like at times he kind of does like almost like an 80s Hulk Hogan gimmick at times. Obviously he was written out on MLW with like almost like a main event Mafia, but like 80s wrestling version of it. Like Stable was kind of his way out, like all the big hired guns with Cardona and all that. I think him and Josh will put on a hell of a match. I think that's getting a lot of people's attention as one of the matches to really watch on Hard to Kill. Hopefully it could lead to more, because I think he would be a great asset going forward. I don't know if that's the case. It feels like a lot of these free agents right now are maybe testing their waters in places. And we've seen that before. And then you see, you have a good experience. Obviously, and you can look back in the TNA Plus app and find Alexander Hammerstone, because he wrestled on Explosion.
Yeah, it was one of the it was when they started really spreading out towards the West Coast, I believe.
Yes, because he's an Arizona guy, but he was a big fixture in Future Stars of Wrestling in Las Vegas, where Chris Bay is also out of.
Yes.
Like they were like the main guys at the time in that promotion. That's where they both kind of caught the eyes of Impact Management at the time.
And Killer Cross.
And Killer Cross. Can't forget Killer Cross.
No, because those three guys really started putting that little company on the map. They were really catching some eyes. And they go back there once in a while to make an appearance. Maybe not Cross so much. He's moving on to bigger and better things all the time. But yeah, so that's exciting. Can't wait for that match. There's been some other free agents out there who are starting to kind of, poke their heads out on social media, put out some promos. Shelton Benjamin put a funny little one, like he was like Godzilla. Socials, like waking up after a long nap, a 3-month nap. Ali, former, what's his name? Mustafa Ali has put out almost like a political campaign, and he started, announcing a bunch of matches he's going to be a part of and wrestling some people who are in Impact Wrestling, but nothing in TNA Impact yet.
He's doing like a world tour right now, but my guess is he at least makes an appearance at some point. I'm not saying during Hard to Kill and this upcoming, but over these next couple months during one of these loops, I think you'll see him show up.
I think so. Yeah. And there's a lot of free agency going on, so you can't expect everyone to all show up at once. We got to just wait and see what happens out there. What else? We talked about Hammerstone. The the artist formerly known as Elias, now going by Elijah, just put out a very fun little promo, and it kind of
which
looks
many people think very Impact, very production wise.
Oh, totally. So yeah, it looks like it's like straight out of like Sue Youngville, if you want to say if it looks like anything.
Could be part of the undead realm.
Well, I don't know about that. It's just basically he buried his own character. His new one emerged from underground. Pretty cool. Go check it out. Oh yeah, in the chat here. Rick Boogs just put out a new interview. It came out, I believe, today with Chris Van Vliet. That's on my list to go watch. I'm not sure what his future is. It looks like he.
Yeah, he's pretty much hinted at he's done.
That's interesting. And that's a bummer because I really thought he was fun. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes after a few injuries, people are just like, you know what, we tried this, it didn't work. Let's see. News-wise, let me just quick. Oh, and this is also very interesting. I happened to just notice this right before we went live. The TNA Plus promotional poster available January 5th, starting at $9.99 a month.
That's tomorrow, J-Bo.
It is bright and squirrely. Fire up the trucks. It's starting tomorrow.
Hold on, J-Bo. Hold the thought. David Penzer in the chat. Of course.
Of course. Oh, that's
Mr. Penzer. You're always welcome here. We love you. We noticed that in the new promotional material that they're putting out, promoting the TNA Plus streaming site, there is someone who we haven't seen in a while. If you look across the different people, there's the tag champs, ABC, the world champ, Alex Shelley, Trinity, Knockouts champ, Sabin, X Division champ, among others. And off to the far left, there is Rosemary.
what happened to
Little tease.
What happened to Courtney?
what happened to Courtney?
Courtney's in the chat. Oh, you mean Courtney Rush? Yeah, and it looks.
I just bought the t-shirts.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Infamous. You buy a t-shirt, it's not going to end well.
Oh, God.
You're just asking for trouble as soon as you buy the t-shirt. Let me see if I can quick bring this up here.
While you're doing that,
Right.
David Penzer, the legend, best ring announcer ever,
Yes.
asked the question, and It's the question we ask as well. Chat. Say it live. If you're watching later, put it in the comments. Who do you think is the big Worlds Collide signing? That's the tip of the tongue. That's the biggest story right now in TNA is Hard to Kill. Worlds will collide. The big signing that Scott D'Amore and TNA have been teasing. We're alluding to it. We've already seen Hammerstone announce it's not Hammerstone. We know Okada's at Snake Eyes, but he's at a New Japan show the night before, so it's probably not him. Vikingo's already announced. Who is this big name? And we saw some more news that kind of hints on some of these other names out there and what that might pre-tell. But let us know what you think in the chat. Listen to the legend.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think that kind of has to do with
see, Ronan Blue, I'm going to admit, Ronan, I was going to say the name at a point tonight. Has to be Hogan. Just has to be. You won't believe it, J-Bone. You won't believe it. And he's still the biggest name ever in the business. No one ever said this guy's wrestling. Just like
and he's not
the biggest TNA signing before, Kurt Angle. Like these are great. These are the type of names, though. These are when worlds collide and huge names. No doubt about that. We'll discuss some other names that may or may not be that.
Kurt Angle is, if you watch the special tonight, Kurt Angle is the original cross the line. They, critical sting. He's like, I've had enough of this. Here, I'm just quick putting this up here so you can see what I was talking about. On the far left, you see Rosemary, and she looks like classic Rosemary. She's got the
remember in the teaser video that we did see Rosemary putting on the paint. Now we don't have like a backstory of how this is happening or when or what's going on with that, but it's going to happen. It's just how soon does it happen?
And how it happens. Well, if you look at the card for Hard to Kill, we'll hide that. If you look at the card for Hard to Kill, you'll notice that the Knockouts champs don't have a match yet.
And they just recently put on social media kind of an open challenge for Hard to Kill.
Yeah. Yeah, like, ooh.
So somebody could answer that, a tag team, or there is still some more participants. We should have another one tomorrow at 1 p.m., and we'll go over the participants in the match, the Ultimate X Knockouts match. But if my math is correct, there's going to be one name not announced this week. Is that a mystery person? And most people will go, oh, mystery, that's got to be a new signing or a return. But could it be a return of an old character, a la Rosemary, who was in the last Knockouts Ultimate X match?
Yeah. Yeah. And this is actually something that I think would be very interesting. T. Hughes from the land of Twitch says, let me guess, Demon Bunny versus MK Ultra. For those of you that don't remember, back several years ago, Rosemary was in a tag team with the Bunny. I'm sorry, her name is escaping me right now. But she was called the Bunny in AEW.
Not the Bunny, it's Allie, J-Bone. You got to get rid of the Bunny.
Yeah, well, the team is called Demon Bunny. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, she was a bunny here first, but she's Allie.
Well, yeah. Rosemary called her Bunny, too.
Yeah. Just don't put the in front of it.
I'd like to see what happens to her current partner first before any of that. Thank you very much. I'm a little concerned over here.
Oh, you're speaking of Havoc, of course.
Yeah, Jessica.
Excuse me.
Because she's sick.
Because she's sick. Yeah, I fucking love her. She's the best. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're coming back to with this new TNA thing. Well,
there's gonna be some new faces.
Because I'm sick.
Did you mention Zia Brookside? Haziah? I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I'm not familiar with her, but I saw the announcement. Oh, sorry. Okay, I jumped to the conclusions.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's a good segue. It's a good segue. It's all right. Hold up your cup.
This is the show you're at, really, you guys. See that down here? Mm-hmm. Shit show. Shit show. That's what this is.
I'm gonna in the new year. We're all gonna get hats, saying shit show supervisor. Just like, if you ever want a laugh, you can go look up on that new app. What is this? What do they say? Shop like a billionaire. That Temu. That's one you'll see. You keep scrolling down, you'll see several different versions of it. It's either shit show supervisor or shit show owner or whatever. It's like I was like, oh my god, we gotta get a few of those and toss them around.
They're classing up the joint again, J-Bone. David Penzer gives his opinion. He's leaning towards that Mickey Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph, whatever his name was up there. Oh, Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler, right?
But not sure after his NJPW debut. Perhaps Sasha. I still put that as a possibility. Hate being out of the loop. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. There's a lot of rumors going around about Sasha. There were some that were saying that she was very close to a WWE return, and then there were reports.
That's a weak and dirt sheet. Has a new report.
You gotta take all this stuff with a grain of salt until it all comes to the light of day from the horse's mouth themselves. Remember this. So when we speak on certain things, just look, we're not going to sit here and say, yo, it's factual. We'll tell you when it's a fact and when it's not. Okay. You can trust us on that.
Yeah, I'll go over some news tonight, but it's fact.
Okay.
Then it's real. It's real.
Yeah. They were saying that talks have stopped between Sasha Banks and WWE. So, like I said, take that for what it's worth. Could she show up in AEW? Could she show up in the new TNA? Who knows? We'll find out soon enough. But yeah, let's go back to the TNA news itself. One match that was announced recently, besides the Hammerstone Josh Alexander match, is the Knockouts Ultimate X. So what we have to do then is wait and hear who is announced for the Knockouts Ultimate X. Well, we have a few in the last few days. First one was Giselle Shaw. I think that's awesome. The next one, very interesting, a new name here, Zia Brookside. Now, if you're not familiar with her, and I'm not super familiar with her, she's formerly of NXT UK, isn't she?
Bill?
I know she was part of the company, but I don't know if it was if she ever. I know she was was she UK at some point? I don't know if she made the way over and did regular NXT. I think so, but I think it was very limited.
Okay. Her.
But I'm not going to act like
dad.
Yeah, I know her
dad.
Her
dad was like the GM of the UK brand when it was first.
Yeah, it was NXT UK.
Right. Okay. And so yeah, some people in the chat here thinking that she may sign. We'll have to wait and see. You know, if she still has a
Yeah, I
U.S.
know.
visa, that's great.
Yeah, because we've seen visa issues the last couple of years. But I know Gail kind of said, "Let's see what you can do." Kind of like almost like this is a test match for this Ultimate X. So we'll see if she has a real good performance. Maybe that's a bring Gail out with a contract moment.
And we've seen that before with who did we see that with? Oh, Masha. Yeah. And Masha's just 2023. Masha's just been killing it. You know. Okay, so Zia Brookside and the other names announced are Jody Threat, and today announced was Tasha Steeles. So that's 4 names right
Former
there.
winner.
Is it a women's X Division match?
It's an Ultimate X.
Ultimate X.
Oh,
so
yes.
You might be seeing this again.
It's a possibility.
2-time. Ooh, could be. She's got the advantage because there are going to be some
XX
new.
Is that a champ?
Okay.
XX.
Oh, what?
Double X.
So there's going to be some, ones that are familiar with how crazy this match can be, and there's going to be some new faces in here that they're going to be really, breaking new ground here. So, hey, it looks like we got some nice numbers in here. Make sure you smash that like button and smash that sub button if you're digging the content and you are new here, and go check out the socials.
There you go. Listen to the bone.
Love it when Penzer shows up. Yeah, Penzer always adds a dose of class to the chat.
It's all class from Penzer here. Favorite memories is when Gaylor Scott comes out with a contract. That's right. Right. Those are great moments.
Very cool. So yeah, the women's Ultimate X match. How many? That number varies, right? As far as is it typically like 6 or 7?
It's typically 6.
Okay. So we'll
but
probably
you kind
get
of
another.
do over the years. It's varied. It's gone as high as 7, but obviously it's been like they've done. Well, in individuals, there's been tag team matches. Obviously, there's been all different ways they've done it, from a lot less people to a lot more people. But there's kind of a 6-person formula. If you watch TNI previously, there's a formula to an Ultimate X match. And I always start, you need the base, the power, somebody that you can, because obviously you have elevated moves in this. You got to get up to the wire, the ropes up top. So somebody that can have somebody like on their shoulders, things like that. You need at least 2 people that will call the athletes, or the ones that can do the spot, where because somebody's going off the top of the structure. That's just what you do in an Ultimate
It's tradition.
So there are a few things that need to happen in this match. So right now, the big glaring weakness, well, I won't say weakness, but omission so far, is you don't have the base in the match. Like it was Jordan Grace the last time, but she's doing something else. I think a Danny Luna could do that because she's like a powerhouse type wrestler. But I don't know. I'm because we have yet to see her work the States. Hopefully her visa's cleared up. She's signed, but hopefully they didn't jump the gun on that again like they did with Subculture the first time.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. Yeah.
Exciting times.
Paul, if you got a question, go ahead and just type it in the chat. We love answering questions, as long as it's nothing too insane. Yeah.
Just don't ask about checkers.
Yeah, we don't talk about
Savannah Evans. It's a good guess. Although then you kind of have a team then, because you would have Savannah and Giselle in the same match. So you have a little bit of an advantage doing it that way. But hey, definitely could happen.
But it's 2020. It's 2024. Anything can change. Would Savannah go back and help her old partner?
Good. You never know. Oh, David Penzer here. He's singling out our own knockout on the panel. Still
how could I have said hi when the only time I saw you in person was when you were working?
Hey, you weren't at a good spot. I can verify from the venue.
When he was coming down the ramp, he didn't even look at me, so I don't want to hear it.
Well, everybody's saying it. He's David Penzer.
Just like my impossible task of not saying hi to him, he should have been listening for me.
Well, honestly, Alicia, if I didn't see you before the show, I would have seen you after the show. Like, we waved from afar.
Yeah.
After the show.
Exactly. We were across the aisle.
Because the way they did the aisle, like, you can't cross. Like, it's like you're relegated to your side.
Yeah, I'd have to go all the way around. Really
loud. Yeah, you had to walk around the building type of.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give Alicia the pass on that. You would have. There would have been additional effort needed.
You didn't even wave when I yelled, "Penzer! Woo, Penzer!" Didn't even look.
He's hearing all the Penzer people chanting at him. You should have said, "Serotonin."
I did, but he wasn't paying attention then either, I suppose. Someone else came up to me after the show, was like, "I heard serotonin," and I had to come say hi. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come on.
That's your calling card. Serotonin.
Serotonin.
Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Paul asks, is next week another best of TNA show or in-ring action?
It's a countdown. Like, I think it's because they did announce how they announce it. It's kind of like because remember, Hard to Kill is going to be less than 48 hours after that show airs. So I think I don't know if I consider it still a best like a TNA, but I think it's going to be a build up. Honestly, it's probably going to share a lot of stuff with that hour-long pre-show on Saturday.
Could be, yeah.
Is what I imagine. Like, they're going to build up the matches, maybe some exclusive interviews.
A preview, yeah, and maybe some last-minute surprises. You never know. Yeah.
Like surprises.
So,
speaking of surprises, since it sounds like Penzer's on his way out the door right now, where we're talking about Hammerstone coming from MLW, I hear that MLW is going to be making their much anticipated return to Florida and the St. Petersburg area.
Oh, yeah.
St. Pete, near Tampa. So I don't know. They tend to use local ring announcers. Just saying. Maybe the legend has a go for a showdown in Florida. You never know.
Yeah.
We already know we got a referee that works both promotions.
You're right. Oh yeah, Frank. I think. Isn't it?
Well, that's already you faded out on me, J-Bone.
No, I said it's Frank, right?
Oh yeah, Frank. Yes.
Yeah. Frank's great guy. Tom did say it was going to be about Hard to Kill. Oh, okay. Yeah. You got to expect it's going to be a preview. They don't
Yeah, it
have
makes
any
sense.
like. They might have some backstage stuff taped, but don't look for any like new in-ring action, stuff like that. So yeah, we might get some surprises. We might get some stuff along the way with the preview, like last minute names for the ultimate, the knockouts, Ultimate X, and stuff like that.
Yeah, because we know there's going to be one more name, but it might remain a mystery till showtime, I'm guessing, but we'll see.
Right. So
hey, if I'm TNA, let's do a Wrestle Week on Access TV. Remember all the different Wrestle Weeks where you had like show last year's Hard to Kill one night. Show, like, sadly, we don't have the Good Brothers who were doing good work. Like, watch a movie with the Good Brothers. What was it? Badass movie night with the Good Brothers? Like, stuff like that.
Oh, something, yeah.
Show Frankie Kazarian.
You're right.
Well,
he's been on a couple other Access TV shows, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Music
well, this is actually a topic you can get into for news, J-Bone. Okay. I know Norbert's saying tickets are not selling well, but actually they have had a decent increase the last week. Enough where they've opened up additional seating for Hard to Kill in the balcony.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, like I said, I'm not familiar with the Palms location. I know it's got a different setup than Sam's Town. It's more of a stage, floor, and seating like on one side, like a typical like stage show.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's interesting in itself. You're gonna,
which is sort of how Sam's Town is, but more of a theater,
right?
Than the Sam's
like
Town,
a small arena kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna have a little different look, I think. Depends how they light it and everything. Still exciting.
Should be interesting.
New venue.
I'm looking forward to see the setup.
Yeah.
In person.
What else? Oh, attendance will be 1,200 to 1,400. Okay.
Yeah, that's the setup for the arena.
Okay. Very cool.
Which Sam's Town was probably set up for about 900. It all depends how they kind of have the cameras, the hard cam and all for production, but they're going from the side. So I think it will allow for more of those seats to be open as well.
Okay. But yeah, as far as other news, they did announce that Sacrifice, they're really, I'll give them a lot of credit. Sometimes in the past, you had to like really wait and see when the next tapings were going to be, and they were like, the news would.
Oh, I remember those days, Jay-Ben.
You'd literally have to get them out last minute. Well, and they were really just starting to get used to branch out again. That was between 6-7 years ago, pre-pandemic. So now they really
got it back. Like they got him pretty good at it, but right now they're probably the best they've been with like a couple month advance notice, because I remember there was a time where like if you had a couple weeks notice, you were like, great. Like that's how short notice a lot of these events were. But like a lot of it was because they were running Florida a lot. So it would just be like, oh yeah, we're going to be back there 2 weeks from today. Like that's how quick the announcements would be. Because they were obviously just focused mainly on locals.
Yeah. So, but they did announce for Friday, March 8th is going to be Sacrifice. So you got quite a number of events. You got Hard to Kill. You got Snake Eyes, the tapings in Vegas following that. You've got Orlando, Florida, which is the 19th and the 20th. You got No Surrender, New Orleans, February 23rd. The night after that, they're calling it the Bayou Blast. That'll be tapings. And then Sacrifice at Windsor, Ontario, March 8th, and March 9th is going to be more tapings at Windsor. So yeah, they've got the first quarter all lined up. It's nice to see.
And you know what, J-Bone? It's not announced officially yet, but I can confirm the loop after Windsor is the return to the greatest wrestling city and building in the world, the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on March 22nd and the 23rd.
Woohoo! I love that place. It's the best place for wrestling shows on the East Coast, in my honest opinion.
Yeah,
I know David Penzer's on his way out, but the last time TNA was supposed to, I still remember because it was the last time TNA was there, and they were supposed to have the show that got canceled and then moved to Nashville, Victory Road. But then now is that finally TNA is coming back to Philadelphia.
Okay. Oh, he's not buying your excuse, Alicia.
It's not even an excuse. I don't get special passes to go anywhere other than the seat that I bought a ticket for. Like, how was I supposed to accomplish that? I didn't go to the meet and greet. Were you there? No, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Get off my ass, all right?
I did see Alicia at the meet and greet. But because we both got there late.
We got there late, and we popped in for 1 second. Yeah, we popped in for 1 second, and then went and got food across the street.
There you go.
And drinks. Cocktails.
Nice.
Do you remember the cocktail of choice that day?
I was drinking Malibu Bay Breezes because it's my drink of choice.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a safe bet.
Every bartender knows how to make a Malibu Bay Breeze, so it's the safest one to get.
What's in for those of like me who I don't even drink anymore? What's in a Malibu Bay Breeze? I'm assuming Malibu rum.
Yeah, it's Malibu rum, pineapple, and what the hell is that? Orange juice? Or no, I don't know. It cranberry? Yeah.
It's just yummy.
Grenadine? Two colors. It's supposed to look like a sunset. So whatever. I don't know. It just varies. Some people put cranberry. Some people put grenadine. It's a really sweet drink. So.
Yeah. See, that's.
I like the girly drinks that come with the fancy straws, and most preferably an umbrella with the cherries in it.
Oh yeah.
Classy, you know.
One of my favorite drinks, because you said cherries.
Cherries.
I got to go back now to my old TNA Impact days down at Universal Studios at the Impact Zone. But there's a restaurant in the theme park called Mythos, the top ranked, as they say on their banner, theme park restaurant in the world. But they have a drink there called the Potion of the Gods.
Oh.
Whoa.
And it's an excellent drink. Very refreshing.
I'm already on board.
Extra cherries.
Yes, gotta have extra cherries. Like when I get a Shirley Temple, it's always extra cherries. Just fill the damn fill the cup.
There, you just let them sit in there till you're done, and then you finish your drink.
Stab them out.
You eat those alcohol-loaded cherries. Oh, the explosion of flavor.
Nice. Tooth-rotting deliciousness.
like who even eats drinks? Like you should just put fruit in liquor all day and just sell the fruit because it's fantastic.
There you go.
It could be dangerous. Liquor, when it's in an edible form, as I found, can be a little tricksy habit.
Oh boy!
They go down too easy.
Yeah, right.
David Feds are here. FYI, I bought Bill's drinks at Sam's Town.
You're a good egg, Penzer.
The legend, The
That's
legend.
why we love you.
I got a handshake and a hug. That's all. I'm good.
I just keep getting yelled at. so that great.
Well, to be fair, Alicia, he's not the only current or former Impact talent that has done that to you.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
Yeah, God. My palms get sweaty every time you guys play that back.
Bravo!
My first ever podcast ever. That was the guest.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, love to see this. Paul here, who will be at Hard to Kill and the Snake Eyes tapings. He's going to be wearing his TNI shirt.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, Jabe,
that is nice.
I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Oh, jeez.
Last week after the TNI show, you may have teased maybe a T-shirt design to me. Any update on this? Can the TNI fan be maybe looking forward to a new T-shirt design?
There is. It's not in the shop yet. I have not set it up because I've been kind of going back and forth and deciding whether it's going to be tweaked or not or whatever. But I did get Front Row Bill's approval on it. He liked it. He loved it. He wants some more of it. So I'm going to share it with everyone here because it is the new year. So why not, new year, new merch, right? So this is going to be on in the shop within the next week or so. But yeah, so this is the new T-shirt design.
Very cool. This is the first time me, the third person that hosts the show, is seeing this. It's good.
Well, this was
good
brief. This was at the end of the last episode, so there wasn't
good
a
to
lot
have
of
a
time
say on this, fellas. Looks great. It's because I'm a woman, isn't it?
We're shirt splaining
you. No.
Am I too opinionated?
She's gonna throw it in the toilet.
It's where it belongs. It's what it deserves. No, I'm kidding.
That's a good job by the Bone Man.
Am I too cruel?
Don't be.
Oh, here's the question people are going to want to know in Vegas. M.A. Solko. How does Bill defend his bowling championship if there's no alley at the Palms? It's a great question.
He is
because that was
unbeatable.
What made the Samstown experience the best titanium of recent years is the bowling alley, the bowling with the Impact stars. Definitely a highlight for the VIP titanium out there. So we'll see. But J-Bone, we're talking all this other news. It's about time we said goodbye to someone last night.
Should we switch gears?
I think we got to switch them up.
Okay.
Well, be breaking news to Alicia right now.
What? What?
Well, if she saw in the chat, I kind of broke the news in our chat last night because I was watching live. So for those of you who do not watch the Elite Wrestling show, All Elite Wrestling, there was a debut last night.
Mariah May.
Joyzy. What's that?
Mariah May debuted.
Where in Jersey?
Oh, that I don't know.
Newark.
No, okay.
The Prudential Center, The Rock.
Because I know what you're talking about. I was gonna say a lot of people are like, "Oh, she debuted in her hometown." I'm like, "No, there's no arena in Hackettstown, New Jersey. So no, in her home state, yes. Hometown, no." And that just goes to show that none of these people care about these wrestlers until they're on the actual fucking show that they watch, and that's biased the house. Okay, sorry.
Her home state. Her home state.
I think they
Her
kind
home
of
state,
called it
her
her
hometown.
hometown.
Technically,
They called it her
North Jersey.
hometown.
Right.
No,
They did.
no, not North Jersey. It's not the right.
Well,
Newark, New Jersey is still like over an hour away from fucking Hackettstown. Okay, I don't know geographically how you would put those two in northern New Jersey.
I hear you. And
From northern, lived in Hackettstown.
yeah.
I can vouch.
For some people, that's going to be a big deal. For others, it's like geographically, it's it is what it is.
It's her hometown.
Well, as a Hackettstown person, would you give Newark or Trenton more of the claim?
What? Neither.
Well, be closest to work your hometown arena, because what's the closest arena to Hackettstown?
Yeah, I don't know the names of arenas, dude. Like, I don't know.
Because it might be the closest arena. I don't know. An hour, it's still far, but that might. Because I think they're the only two in play for like an arena in Jersey. If you go central up,
Fucking probably. It's central. It's more central New Jersey, right, than northern.
That's why I
There's
say
like
Trent.
3 layers of New Jersey. There's upper, central, lower. The shore. Excuse me.
for sure.
Before I get my kneecaps busted in by fellow New Jerseyans.
Like I said, to some people, it's going to make a bigger difference than others. So,
But
nonetheless,
but as long as people know this,
you were saying,
I am the f***ing greatest.
oh, I'm gonna miss her.
yeah. So it was.
It hurts.
We got
It hurts.
the in-ring debut of Mariah May, which was fun. But following this, during an interview with Renee Paquette, some new music hit and a new face to the elite audience. Deonna Purrazzo debuted, and I gotta say, and this is something that the fans do talk about. Lately, you hear about, so and so debuted, to what kind of response? We gotta say that Deonna Purrazzo came out to a very nice New Jersey response.
Well, she's loved, and she's such a big buzz in wrestling as it is. Like, she really made a name for herself once she jumped into Impact and was killing it there. And she's also doing the indie circuit. Like, it's good. It's good for her.
Yeah, hopefully more eyes for Deonna.
Yeah.
She forces her hand to not book her poorly.
Yeah.
It would be a travesty to book her poorly. She said in the quote, she's the fucking greatest. One of the greatest in modern wrestling today, okay? So
she is.
Put her on the Mount Rushmore.
Like you said, she proved that in Impact Wrestling, multi-time knockouts champ. There's someone put the post out there recently, and it showed all her accomplishments, and there's quite a list between championships.
She was a triple crown winner for the longest time, so that's nothing to sneeze at. How many women can really say that?
Right. Yeah.
It's less than a handful.
Exactly. Yeah, not too many in the modern era. So, there's another rumor going around, and I say rumor because at this point it is a rumor.
Here, we don't like those.
No, we don't. But there's a lot of people saying that Trinity is on her way out of the company, and if that is true, it's a shame.
So, what often happens with people who sign with Impact? It's for how long?
6 months.
What's that? There you go. The magic number. So, whatever she does after 6 months, it's really She goes back, she stays. Either way, that's just kind of what happens. It's like what happened with Mia Yim. We had her for 6 months, and when that time was up, she went back home to WWE. So
right.
Yeah, so that could happen there. I think it's an educated guess by people that could happen, because it obviously there's a good chance at some point that's going to happen, and so this is an opportunity. So why not say now? But she might want to go. I want to, just like Jordan Grace. She was gone over.
Oh, she's going to die.
But she did.
Oh yeah, she's still around. Either way, whatever she decides to do, whether she stays or goes, she did a great thing. I think she did wonderful for her career. And now that WWE is changing its landscapes and under new management and all that stuff, it seems like a little more of a more positive place to be working at for the time being. So, and that's her home. That's where Trinity got her chops in and learned her ropes. There's this connection there. So,
and she's married to Jimmy Uso, so she's got some strong ties there. Yeah.
And kudos to Trinity because of what she's done in Impact over the last 6 months, or a little bit more now than 6 months. But she was Sports Illustrated ranked her 4th in all of wrestling, men and women, in their top wrestlers of the year. Number 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Cody Rhodes.
Well, she's super talented.
She was way up the list.
She, and it's probably the way that WWE does their wrestling, but she was able to showcase herself so well coming to Impact, where you could actually see the full extent of her abilities in the ring. And she's nothing to fall asleep at. Like, she's energetic, she's got full character, and she does crazy shit in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's good with fans too. I mean, my interaction with her was very brief, but it was also very nice. It was
she's a
following
goddamn professional.
Yeah.
Excuse my face.
But once again, who knows? We'll see.
Right. So
rumors.
Like I said, just take it with a grain of salt. We'll find out.
Like the Fleetwood Mac album. It's just rumors.
Just rumors. Paul Nelson here says, "Why 6 months, Bill?" It's that's it. It depends on what's going on in the industry. The industry since the pandemic has been evolving constantly.
Quick. People are in and out of everywhere right now.
Yeah, like I think 6 months is generally looked at as, let's try it. Well, let's see how we feel and you feel in 6 months and go from there.
Right.
Like obviously like the Good Brothers, that was longer than 6 months when they first signed. So like it all depends on the history. Like Kushida, he never had a deal, but now he does. That's longer than 6 months. So he has a long-term deal. So, but obviously there's more history with a lot of these people. I think a lot of times if they don't have a personal history, 6 months is like Jonah had one of the great 6 month runs. Like there's a lot of these, and it's fair on both sides.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's the issue you get into. Like if you're giving good money deals and they're long term and they don't work out for you as a company, that's how you get into trouble. So it like in 6 months, maybe you both decide to go in another direction, because sadly sometimes they don't work out. But luckily they'd hit more than they missed.
Yeah. And they, they'll spend some time in TNA Impact, and then it's like, oh yeah, they have shined, they have proven themselves, and then they move on to whatever's next. It is what it is. We can though say, there's been an absolute ton of positive things about Trinity. So no matter what happens after Hard to Kill, we could look back on her time in the company very fondly. So, what else here? Oh yeah.
Well, J-Bone, wasn't the big story this week that the rumor mill was chugging was about maybe TNA and the company up north?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be in some kind of new partnership or something. Yeah, there was a bunch of little things floating around out there. So I did my due diligence, and I told the crew this. I said, "Look,
you took one for the team,
watch."
as we say.
I did. Yeah, yeah. Well, I watch WWE too. It's I just don't talk about them as much. But they had their big on the Peacock app in the WWE section. They had their big 2024 preview where they talked about certain events that were happening internationally and such, and they had a few interviews. So it wasn't a real big special. It was like an hour long or so, not even, whatever it was. And so what seemed to be announced, and I don't know why it wasn't, but there was supposed to be there was supposed to be some announcement from Triple H about something, and that's when the wheels started turning.
Oh no!
Yeah,
did he have
I know where this
for us?
disaster is going.
They start like, oh well, it's gonna be something TNA related.
It's gotta be those dirt sites that it's all breaking news, but none of it's accurate because it's breaking news. Like, it's gotta be those dirt sites putting the shit out there.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's always because
it's because it was on the same time as TNA, so that's why they were putting them together.
It must be. And Endeavor does the streaming.
Oh yeah. So then the first thing out of people's mouths is, oh, WWE's buying TNA. It's like, okay, first of all, WWE doesn't own WWE anymore. WWE is owned by someone else now. So if anyone's going to be buying anything, it's not WWE. They can expand to different places, like they've been talking about here and there over the last few years. Like, oh, we'd like to put a camp of WWE over here. We'd like to put a camp over here internationally and such. But
and
no, you're not going to see
P. Hughes because they're not pay-per-views anymore. They're premium live events.
Oh, for crap.
It's a slippery slope.
I thought that's what they were like. Pay-per-views, not just wrestling, were called anyways premium live events
anymore. Yeah, it's a
because cable's not a thing anymore. Everything's on streaming, right? So it's premium live events as opposed to pay-per-views.
That's why Impact was ahead of the game with the digital media title. Television title? What's that mean? What's TV?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We're across all of digital media.
Tommy Dreamer, yeoman's work.
Always. So I watched the WWE special tonight to see if there was some kind of big announcement, content, something. There wasn't anything TNA related.
Woohoo!
And I was frantically looking for something, and right before we went live, I found this little article. Thank you, PW Insider. Good old Mike Johnson. Says the big Triple H announcement on tonight's Peacock 2024 preview special was slated to be in the unveiling of the Money in the Bank location. We're not sure why, but something happened that changed in the plans. So WWE issued this morning's press release instead. I missed that too.
They couldn't fit it into their 3-hour product?
Yeah.
So it's like a whole weekend with NXT and all in Toronto.
Right. Yeah. But that's
so in
not
the end,
to say
it was nothing. They televised upfronts network upfronts that every network does, like Warner Brothers just did theirs, but didn't really go over too much.
Yeah. So,
and it had no TNA connection.
Yeah, it is what it is. And that's not to say that because TNA is a special brand and so many people from WWE did get their start there, that maybe we will get an AJ Styles appearance or something like that, because he did show up at another pay-per-view via satellite or whatever you want to call it.
They could work out a deal. Mickey James was in the Royal Rumble with the strap.
Yeah.
Could Trinity do that this year? Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe that's her return to WWE,
because it's Royal Rumble season. Yeah. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? You know. But nonetheless, that is that wraps up that little bundle of joy for the evening. Some other stuff that happened internationally. This is interesting, as far as still talking about the free agency stuff. The former Dolph Ziggler showed up at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom last night. Made an appearance
this morning, our time.
Yeah. So I stayed. I actually paid the $10, whatever it is,
999 yen.
Yeah, exactly. 9,000, whatever.
999 yen. A lot of yen.
I like Wrestle Kingdom. It's usually a really fun show, and I watched part of it last night. I watched a little bit of it this morning, and the replay was still kind of catching up. So I'll watch some more of the final matches tomorrow. Like, I know who won, but still I want to see it. So who cares?
Yeah. I remember I would go over, me and a friend of mine, for about 4 years in a row during like Tanahashi Okada heyday. We would do Wrestle Kingdom every year. Late nights, Jimbo. Late nights.
Yeah. Those are like what, 3 in the morning?
Glover. Getting too old for this shit.
It started at like 12:30 my time, 1:30 on the East Coast.
Yeah, it starts late. It's like it's not one that starts like late evening and goes, or like it starts early morning and goes. Like it ends at like 7 or 8 a.m. our time.
Yeah. So here, if you want to talk about anything TNA actually related to the show, this was actually fun. Yuya Uemura won his singles match at the Tokyo Dome, and that was a good match.
You know what that means?
Was fun.
The start of champion.
Yeah,
he's on his way.
Yeah, and that's it. They actually talked about his States run quite a bit during the match, so that was nice to hear too. There's positive things about his Impact Wrestling run, which I mean, we can look back at it.
I think he had a nice excursion. I think that helped that New Japan relationship a lot. Like, I know Scott's obviously the big guy behind all that, but the way they utilized Yuya and put him in the Joe Hendry tag team, even though short-lived at the end, was very over. So I got to imagine New Japan was happy at his reception, because you're seeing like him winning a match at Wrestle Kingdom, coming right off his TNA run, his Impact run. That speaks volumes. Like he's going to be like 3 years from now, we're going to look back that Yuya he might be in the main event scene in New Japan by then.
Yeah, there's some.
He's going to move up that card. Look at the hair, J-Bone. The hair.
I still know some of the main players in New Japan. I don't follow it like I used to, but yeah, there is some fun stuff going on. Of course, I watched the Will Ospreay, Moxley, Finlay match. That was a lot of fun, and that was where the former Dolph Ziggler, Nemeth, got most of his attention because Finlay got in his face, and well, Nemeth responded in kind, and it got crazy. You know, jackets were coming off, shirts were getting ripped, and it got a little catty. Got a little catty, guys. Got a little catty. So watch for stuff from the former Dolph Ziggler in future New Japan events. And that's not to say he won't show up somewhere else, because he also came out with quite a fun little vignette that hit the socials after his appearance, where he was kicking all sorts of zombie asses in bars and stuff. It was, I don't know if you guys saw this or not.
Nope.
It was quite the fun little Hollywood produced vignette. It looked oddly similar to what Moxley did when he left the WWE and became a free agent and showed up in Japan. Very similar.
I love cinematic shit though, so I can't complain. I'm sure it's cool.
Oh, totally. Yeah. If you go on Dolph Ziggler's social or his YouTube channel or whatever, go check it out. It's a fun little 5-minute bit. And I love zombies, so as soon as I was like, "Oh, killing zombies,"
They had you wanted zombies.
What is this? Yeah, fun little gory expedition. Yeah, so good for him. Good for him. We'll see what comes next for him. If it's just New Japan, fine, whatever. Maybe he'll put a stamp somewhere in TNA's future. We'll see.
Yeah, like maybe it's the same thing like some of those other contracts.
What's that?
U.S. only.
Oh yeah. Oh, Mayor in the chat here was talking about Tama Tonga announced he's leaving New Japan. Now I heard a different headline saying that he's only going to be wrestling in the States. So maybe he'll stay in New Japan, but he'll only work the strong brand in the States. Because he just won a championship last night, I think.
He did.
So,
it's kind of strange. Now, I know they kind of have a Fallout show that I think is going to be later tonight. So maybe he loses it immediately. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of that's timing.
Maybe he just rebrands that because it's the Never Openweight Championship, I believe he won. And
I believe so. I'm not positive.
Yeah, we'll check that. But then I mean, he could maybe bring that to the States. Who knows? I don't know.
Which has happened before. We've seen Jay White do that. Like that is a title that's kind of traveled overseas a decent amount.
Right. And a lot of them have made an appearance in Impact Wrestling, now TNA. So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows,
there's another, speaking of the New Japan guys, strong brand guys in the past, Clark Connors. He's currently Bullet Club member without a contract. Maybe the ABC needs some reinforcements.
Well, and they lost the title last night too.
Bullet Club, the title.
Yeah. They trying to think. Akira and TJP won the belts from them. TJP with a new look, pretty cool. So that's pretty much it as far as like other company news. I don't know if you guys saw anything else free agency related you want to just throw out there.
There's a lot of news out there. There's almost too much this time of the year.
Limitless.
A lot of it's still speculation, not a lot of official things. So if anybody else wants to bring anything up in the chat, feel free. We'll hit on it as we kind of go along. I know people are asking about Camille. I believe there was a report that sounded like the WWE was interested. So, but then I think that got taken down. I don't think that was verified. So I think that report that doesn't mean that still might not happen because obviously Camille had that very long run as NWA champion, women's champion there. So she's somebody that I'm sure TNA, probably the WWE, AEW would all be interested in.
Yeah.
And don't forget Bram.
Yeah. Always welcome in a TNA ring. Stardom's Julia is another one.
Julia.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about her as far as TNA related. I've heard her name mentioned more that WWE's interested in her. So we'll see.
And she disbanded her faction yesterday.
Oh.
So like her group, she kind of, so people are thinking, well, is that the end? But we'll see. I don't think it would be that soon, but
that's a sign, maybe. Yeah. Who knows?
But once again, Julia, that's what, like she's just not internationally, like she is internationally known, but like when you talk about the big signing ones, like I don't know if that would fall into there or not, but she'd be an excellent pickup for anybody.
Right. And that's just because I don't think her name's been mentioned enough in the States. Give it time. Give it time though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because honestly, she was only over here briefly. She was at the Multiverse too. That was her first time over in the States.
Yeah. So here's a couple questions. What's up with Sue Young? We talk about this at least once a month. It's brought up. I don't know. Would it be nice to see her come back in the new year? Sure.
That is something we could talk about. Like right now, I'm not going to assume because it's been a while now. So I'm not expecting Sue to return at this point. But I believe she's still on the roster page. So
she is.
I guess as long as that's the case, there's a possibility. It seems like once they actually go through the effort to remove you from the roster page, then you can probably forget about it.
Yeah,
but
makes
you're
sense.
still there. There's a chance. And speaking of, I know, and this one hurts, but it's understood. But I just saw recently, I think today, no more Black Taurus on the roster page.
Oh, really? Because I looked last night and I saw him on there.
Yeah, I think he went down today officially. Like he got taken off today. So that one is because I think all of us are big fans of Black Taurus. We would definitely like to, like, he definitely could have been used more because it seemed like after the decay, they really didn't know what to use him for other than in Chicago with the lucha matches. But that's a guy that with that look and all could have found a lot more to do with. But 2-hour show, you can only do so much.
I was looking at the roster page earlier today because I was trying to figure out, okay, who's left, what announces, or what match announcements are left. And I saw that it was, the Knockouts tag match, and my phone just randomly decided to start listening to me, so I don't know what the hell that's going to come up with. Anyways, but yeah, when I was looking at the roster page earlier today, I saw Taurus on there, so it must have been within the last 12 hours.
Yeah, I think it was very recent.
That's kind of a bummer. I really like him,
I think we all do. But I think it's almost like didn't have an idea what to do with him after Decay for the most part. So just like not a good timing thing. But I would make an effort to, like, a guy with that kind of look and what he can do in ring. That's someone you go through the effort to try to find something for and make work. But it looks like that is not the case. So As we like to say, no one appreciates the class.
What would you like to say about that? You can play that for all sorts of shit. I loved it. I think I got the same response out of him when I said hi to him at Bound for Glory weekend. So it's like, can I get your autograph? And he said something. It's pretty similar to that. Billy here says one of the few that they fumbled. I wouldn't say they fumbled them.
Justin, because this the shop impact is no more, J-Bone. It's TNAmerch.com.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
My guess is whoever had the infamous shop TNA wasn't giving it up. So they had to go with TNAmerch.com.
Well, there is quite a few new shirts here. You know what? Let's
I don't trust it.
I'll trust it.
I don't trust it.
TNA merch.
Every time I buy a shirt, the fucking group splits up. I can't. Good thing I didn't get an MK Ultra shirt.
Let's do a little. We need a little quote from the great Adam Sandler film. Pause. The Wedding Singer. Take off my Van Halen t-shirt or the band's going to break up.
Yeah. Get out of my Van Halen t-shirt before something terrible happens and the band breaks up.
That's hilarious.
OBE, all the fucking, I can't believe it. Every fucking group I buy a shirt for, they fucking break up. I can't.
Right.
But sadly, that's the business. That's why you get the low. Well, even if you had an Impact shirt, it's still good. But now, hey, if you had old TNA shirts, you can bring them all back.
There you go.
Well, my Impact shirts are gonna be like vintage pretty soon, basically.
All right. So these are the new ones that are up on the site. They all look, relatively different but similar colors. So
cross the line, Jay.
Cool. What's that?
Cross the line's back. They got the cross the line shirt.
Cross the line.
I could have sworn I saw one being advertised that says "We're fucking back," but it's all like blurped out, and I'm like, that's not a good shirt.
Nod, like it has the one letter. I saw Gail Kim was wearing it on Australia.
Yeah, it's like I get that. It's like, oh, we're fucking back, but I don't want shirts with swear words on them. But I also don't want shirts with asterisk swear words on them. Like, what a waste of ink. I'm gonna keep it real, and that's just not. I mean, I get it, but I don't. It's a very immature shirt.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you to an extent. You can't have a lot of them. Like the Ace Austin. I just banged your like that. That was good stuff. That's the only.
That's the thing, though. This is what you're not understanding: is that the Ace Austin shirt didn't have swear words on it. It's just I banged your wife.
It was innuendo. Yeah.
Like where am I at 37 years old going to wear a shirt that says "We're fucking back"? Asterisk, we're fucking back. I can't wear that to work. I work with kids.
But
I can't wear that out in public. Because there's going to be some old lady Karen giving me fucking guff about it.
Oh, you're not wrong. But what do you think of the CF&W, one of the most popular shirts in wrestling history?
I never owned one, nor did I think it was good.
Okay, all right, okay. There you go.
You could wear it to the TNA
God
event.
bless.
You can wear it to the show only. That's all you wear. That's all you can wear it to.
But
That's
no, because then you're going to
AEW.
be that guy. So you're going to wear a TNA shirt to a TNA show. That's like wearing the shirt of the band to the band. Why would you do? Why? That's when last Impact show I went to, I saw a bunch of people wearing AEW shirts, and I just disconnected.
You can't see. It's weird. Now,
and you can't wear a shirt of another show to a show. Like,
no, yeah, you can't wear a
show.
shirt of another show.
There's layers to this. It's an onion.
Yeah, you gotta. You know what I noticed? This is what I've noticed the last handful of years. As a wrestling attendee, you can wear wrestling shirts at concerts.
Yes.
You can get away with now.
If it's a good one.
It would depend on the type of concert. If you're going to a classy show where maybe you're sitting down with a fancy drink,
we're fucking
maybe
back.
Not that show.
I'm still flabbergasted by whoever decided that that's a great. Yeah, we'll put that on a t-shirt. We're fucking back. Asterisk back.
That's definitely going to be, Scott was so excited about it. He ran backstage after that segment and said, "Yeah, put that on a fucking t-shirt."
I mean, yeah, probably. In the heat of the moment, that was probably a decision that never got reflected upon and be like, "Oh, I said that. I said put that on a shirt."
I don't know how it's sold. But I guarantee you that's one of their hottest selling shirts.
Because
that's the thing. You're giving the fans what they want. Yeah, that's the thing. But I get it. It is a shirt you can't wear. It was
never
on the back,
want to meet the person who's wearing that shirt.
On the back.
You probably make bad decisions to wear to proudly wear a shirt like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm a snob. Maybe just I'm a big old fucking bitch, and I just complain about everything.
And you're being fair to all of them. You're like all of them. No,
I can't be the yes man wrestling fan. I just can't do it.
Like Critical Sting. Are you saying Britt Baker's black eye shirt isn't suitable for public viewing? I agree with.
I'm gonna say yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Tony,
you wear that, it looks like you're wearing a literal wife beater.
Because, listen, Britt Baker is not Hulk Hogan. You're not going to look at a t-shirt of that woman's face with a black eye and be like, "Oh my God." I think they did one with Becky Lynch, too, with her busted nose on it.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of out of context.
You only can wear that at that company show.
Yeah, you can't. You're going to wear that to the grocery store and people are going to be calling "Oh my God, did you do that?"
I remember Candice LeRae years ago sold a shirt of her taking it was a pro wrestling guerrilla match where she took
the Young Bucks?
The Young Bucks to the face with the thumbtacks. And she got a shirt made of her getting that kick with everything, blood and everything coming out of it. And that was she was selling that on her PWTs or whatever at the time. But once again, that's a tough shirt to wear in public unless you're watching a show she is on.
Yeah.
Right.
And I wouldn't even say it's just because the violence in it. You know what I mean? When you're young and a teenager, early 20s, I guess I could see it flying, but once you hit a certain age, you kind of realize you learn how to read the room a little bit better and understand that not everything is a universal, "Hey, let's buy this shirt and wear it everywhere." You know what I mean? You're not gonna show up at Christmas wearing the Candice LeRae getting the thumbtacks kicked out of her mouth, the blood spurting in every direction. You know what I mean?
"Oh, it's picture time. Come gather around." Yeah, except
although that is Candice, people forget this or they don't even know it, that Candice LeRae is a badass. when she was on the independent circle. She was basically just wrestling men and taking some of the most brutal moves anyone could take in the ring.
It's true.
Just cute, full of rainbows and full of blood. Like, it's just like a bloody fairy.
Yeah. So, any other pieces of news you guys want to throw out there?
No news is good news. Meaning, no, I don't know. We've already been doing this for an hour and a half, and it's just a news show.
Well, it's
Lots
because
of news. There's always news.
Yeah, it's just because the episode itself was as fun as it is. I really didn't want to take that much time going down memory lane, saying, "Oh, and then there was this match, and then there was this."
I kind of would have expected more of a. I expected more of a clip show from tonight as opposed to full matches. You're very limited in an hour because it wasn't even a full show. You're very limited in that time frame how many matches you can actually show. And if you're like, oh, remember TNA, you should show clips so you can brief through and do like a more broader history of the product. Because I imagine a show like tonight is what people who've never watched Impact or don't know the difference between Impact and TNA, like it's like an introductory kind of thing. But it's like you're not going to introduce someone. It's like Stefan didn't watch any of TNA, just like the last half of it before it just made the switch to Impact when we started dating. Like, and he was watching it tonight. He's like, this does nothing for me. like it did nothing. So,
right. It's fun for some people. Like you go, oh yeah, Kurt Angle. Yeah. And there was a lot of buzz around it, and the headbutt to Samoa Joe. And
yeah, like,
by the way,
but you could have clipped that.
Right.
They decided to give you more like, here's the full thing. And honestly, I think part of it is to sell what's available officially tomorrow. Officially now, because it is Eastern time, TNA Plus. You can watch the Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels match. You can watch
Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong.
Like these are things to highlight. Kurt Angle's debut. Like these are the biggest moments in the company's history. So, and there is the tease that we're going to get one of those at Hard to Kill. That should be up in this same a big debut that's worth like similar. Like it's going to be something that will be on the TNA highlight reel 5 years from now and 10 years from now.
Oh, they did the Tony Khan announcement. We have a special announcement.
That's a whole basis of our show.
Tune in. We have a special announcement. What's the special announcement? It's a special announcement. That's what the special announcement is. It's just special, and I announced it.
Well, this is you get some current faces who are still classic faces. This is a perfect example. It says, look back at TNA wrestling. This is the stuff. Look, Trinity's on there. You got Alex Shelley, Josh Alexander, but then you also got a mix in of Sting, Gail Kim, Kurt Angle. You got AJ Styles, Awesome Kong over here. So it's that's proper. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I think one thing I'd love to see at Hard to Kill is a special.
Get that off my screen.
All right, sorry.
I want to see who I'm talking to.
I want to see your eyes.
I want to see your eyes. Look into my eyes when you tell me this shit.
I was hypnotized by Sting. I apologize. He's mesmerizing. I'd love to see Sting show up and kick somebody's ass quick in the ring. Just whatever. I don't know. I'd love to see.
Oh, before you retire,
You've
right?
stepped over the line now. You've taken it too far.
Exactly. It's coming up. March. That's it. No more Sting.
Flash.
maybe that poster is a bit of a spoiler.
It could be. Maybe
I
everybody on that
find
poster's there.
Now, Awesome Kong, I can explain away in Gale because we saw them at the 1000th episode. They came out, and so like that kind of makes sense. And basically everybody else is, you got Alex Shelley and stuff on there, but AJ Styles, Sting, Kurt Angle, those are very interesting choices considering all the big names we've had in TNA.
Yeah.
They're very focused on those three people for some reason.
Well, I put them up there. Like who's not there is more the maybe that's the question because I would if I had to put the Mount Rushmore or the names to highlight, I would put everybody that was on there. I think there's a few ones you could then debate on. Should this person be there as well or instead of? And obviously Jeff Jarrett, I think you gotta the founder. That's in the conversation. Christian Cage.
Oh yeah. Love him or hate him, Jeff Jarrett is
yeah. I think he's on the roster now. Team 3D. I think they're in the conversation. They're Hall of Famers with the company. So I think those are all potential. And I know we started off the show with it, and I'm going to say his name again. But still, Hulk Hogan. You probably put Hulk Hogan on that. He's still the biggest name the company, the wrestling business has ever seen.
Did I physically cringe?
That pal.
Well, that's another one you could say love him or hate him. He is a name. Yeah.
A name. Love him or hate him.
Or for selling your app with footage, that means something. Hell, you put Ric Flair on there.
Oh, I cringed again.
I'm laughing.
My mom always said my face is going to freeze like this. I think it did. Oh, shit. Horror, disgust, disdain. God. Yep, big names.
First, got rid of his headphones, now his phone. I don't know
big
what's next.
Names.
He's going to throw his computer out the window.
Right. Next to TV. He'll put a
big names.
Who are we kidding? Critical Sting. He's not even using a computer. He's just what's a computer? I just use my phone.
His brain is the computer. Who are we kidding here? He's just astral projecting everything.
I don't know what I did to Bill, but whatever I did, I'm sorry.
You never apologize, Critical Sting. Never. You make them. You demand that they wait. You know what? I'm tired. I'm just gonna let it ride. Never take guff from these guys.
Him more over the edge. But we went this whole show. Worlds collide. You'll never believe who's going to show up, and I still have not mentioned the name Tessa Blanchard. But there I go.
I know she's going to be at XPW this month.
Yeah, so but there's another one because she's starting to show up a little bit more. CMLL, XPW. She's starting to there's a promotion in Texas. I think she's doing a show that has the Rascals on it in January later this month. So
I think like I've said before in the past, she has every right to get back into wrestling. She's burned her bridges and made amends.
Well, that's the thing. And but for her to obviously come back to this company at some point, they would have to put it into the story. It would have to almost be she comes back, public apology, for the whole fiasco as the champion that had to be stripped of the title.
I don't even think that would need to be, you know what I mean? Because it didn't happen on TV. I don't feel like it would be necessary for her to come back and explain anything.
Well, I think you got to, because the last time you saw her, she was world champion, and now she's back.
I think she should just come back and be like, hey guys, long time no see, and then just kind of go into like a whole thing, just ignore it, like, oh man.
Have a big picture of an elephant hanging on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Just like address everything but. Like, I'm really sorry. When you're young, because she's still in her 20s, when you're young, you sometimes you act dumb, and I'm sorry.
And
I'm
like
sorry.
not an excuse, but it was
my bad.
COVID time. It seems like during COVID time, people that maybe make those
forgive
maybe
me.
the worst.
Please.
She's still like the talent is, no matter what you think of her, the talent is still there.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna sign her on the basis of talent and time is,
I don't think she'd ever get booked the same. I don't think she'd ever see herself in the world title. I'd see Jordan Grace in that position before Tessa Blanchard ever again, but I just, whatever. I mean, even if she doesn't end up in, I want to say Impact, TNA, every A wrestling show out there, whatever. Like, you have to remember, like, it's just the end of the day, and like, we can't just pick and choose our assholes. Got to treat them all like they are assholes. And just learn to which assholes you like better and more and whatever. Just support your assholes.
Some don't.
Yeah, other than upsetting Critical Stingman, which I am doing. But I'm taking you won't believe who's going to show up. You got to take that as, okay, you won't believe who's going to show up as in huge free agent or somebody that left in such a way that you would not believe they're back.
Yeah.
So that throws these names in conversations.
If there's a couple of people whose music you may or may not recognize, because if it's a new person, it's going to be music we don't recognize, or if it's an old person coming back, it's going to be music you recognize, and it's going to be a big pop no matter what they do.
Big pop.
Dana Brooke. Oh, so is that? Oh, at least you're letting a little. I know. I bet I haven't been letting no cats out of the bag. I've been saying all along that if we're to get anybody, I hope to God, and it's the same as Trinity. Dana Brooke was held back so much in WWE that I feel like Impact is the best ring that she could showcase what that woman can do a no-handed fucking cartwheel. Okay, take my money. Like, that's impressive feats of athleticism.
Yeah,
I like it.
Charlotte Flair isn't the only
a no-handed cartwheel. Charlotte can't do a no-handed cartwheel. She does a one-handed cartwheel or a roundabout. There's a difference, okay? Dana Brooke can do a no-handed cartwheel. I mean, this bitch just jumps in the air and does legs overhead and back on the ground, okay? No hands.
Think of her in the Ultimate X match.
And her versus Jordan Grace, excuse me, because she's a muscle mommy too. So that's what they're called now when they got the muscles and their mommies, they're muscle mommies.
Well, you throw Camille into that mix and it could get crazy.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Oh. Was that muscle?
Speaking of methyl mammies. I don't know. My brother-in-law got that for me for Christmas. He's like, "Do you like Rhea Ripley?" I'm like, "Oh, she's alright. I don't watch WWE, but she's cool. If I'm gonna have anybody's autograph, I guess her because she's pretty legit."
Cool.
I forgot who else they were like. We were gonna do this, like it was some old school. I'm like, thank God you didn't, because I wouldn't have appreciated it as much.
Yeah. It's another free agent out there that's been very quiet. So we'll see.
Dana Brooke, though, not Rhea Ripley. Let's just, in case anybody misunderstood that.
Right. Yeah, Rhea Ripley's busy.
No hand cartwheel muscle mommy.
Rhea Ripley's just busy breaking hearts in WWE. Poor Dom.
Oh, God bless her.
Dirty Dom. Richard Justice.
Standby wrestler.
Why?
Like him.
Why? No, stop that.
Stone Rockwell.
Stone Rockwell gets a pass. He's entertaining as hell. Richard Justice just looks like some guy that, came walking through from the back row like, hey guys, I'm here. Go back to your seat.
Put him in the ring.
Go back to your seat. No, really, I'm on it. No, sir, just go back to your seat. We're going to kick your ass out.
Maybe it's former world champion Alberto El Patron.
Oh, you get kick rocks. Get the fuck out. Get that off my screen.
Oh.
No. There's
a line.
I'd rather see Aries than that guy.
Oh, there's another name.
Yeah, and I'm biased because he's a Milwaukee guy.
Oh, Milwaukee.
Was a Milwaukee
Good Milwaukee
guy.
kid.
Yeah. Good, wholesome Milwaukee kid. Come on. Who gives a shit if he's vegan? Come on.
Who gives a shit if he thinks the world is flat? It's harmless. What murder?
Oh, I see what Ash is about here. She's saying Kevin Nash. I think she just wants some paparazzi productions. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Which one's Jay?
Which one's Jay? We just love Kevin Nash, so.
Yeah.
I think he just ripped a quad on his way hearing his name said.
Oh, stop it. So disrespectful. He was in Magic Mike, and he did the least dancing. He was just in the background, dressed like a fireman or a cowboy. Whatever guy strippers dress up like.
That's pretty hot. Go check out his podcast.
He just was like blue steel staring at everybody. That was his stripper move. Who?
Lord Humongous.
Lord Humongous.
You're not Lord Humongous?
Is that a Gwar reference?
No. It's a but it is it's an interesting thing. It's a wrestling character, like almost like Doink the Clown. But it's not Doink the Clown. It's not a clown or anything. It's actually Mad Max. The character in Mad Max with the hockey mask.
Oh, Master Blaster?
Yeah. Sid Vicious was Lord Humongous for a point before.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Khan from now TNA was Lord Humongous on the IPWF show. But is that the IPWF show that never aired?
I don't recall seeing it, so it must be.
It might be the one that never aired. Spoiler alert. From 25 years ago.
Well, the more you know.
But I do like. I love that everyone's just throwing all random names in the chat now. Like we're great names though. I'm loving all these names. Manny Lemons. I love Manny Lemons.
Jesse Neal.
Mr. Spectacular. Bring back Jesse.
He's actually still wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Is Robbie?
Is he still doing something?
And what about DJ Z?
Oh, he's in the DJ Z's in the WWE. He's part of the LWO.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little lost on a few of their names, but yeah. So like he's hanging out with Carlito. Those guys. So top name? No. But he's hanging with Ray and Carlito, so not a bad thing. Just not Santos Escobar. He's got his own new little crew.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're putting words.
You're just saying words.
Who are these people?
What is with airplane peanuts?
What?
What's the deal?
What's the deal with pirate shirts?
What's
You
the
just
deal with that?
your lips are moving, sound is coming out, but it don't make no sense. It's just gibberish.
What's
Yeah,
the deal
yeah,
with
Ash got
Ovaltine?
He's talking about LWO and WWE.
Sure. I don't know what that means. Like I know, like
Thanks, Ash. Thanks.
listen, I get that. I just don't know what that is.
Oh.
You're throwing me out with Carlito and Ray, and I'm like, who? What? Is it the apple spitting Carlito guy from like early 2000s? Okay, and Ray
that aren't cool.
Ray,
Cool.
who?
Ray.
Oh, okay.
I like how you're treating Ray like Cher.
Is he
Ray?
Ray. Just in the name. You can't just because there's other people named Ray. Like you can't just hit me with that and be like, oh yeah, it's Ray Mysterio. You have to add the Mysterio, otherwise the Mystery doesn't work. Why are we still talking? What are we doing here? What is with this show?
It's the infamous Ray of Sunshine, former champion.
Don't talk like that. They get that off my screen. I love that's the command now. Get that off my screen. I run this shit. Sorry, I'm tired, you guys.
That's a good note to wrap it up on.
Where if I was at an award show, there would be a big lighted up sign that says "Wrap it up." Hit the box. Hit the button. And it'll play the instrumental music. Start playing me off. Wrap it up.
There you go.
Because now we're just getting silly. What the last few things we talked about has nothing to do with anything. It's just words.
Well, anybody can show
up.
There
you
go. That's just, no. Remember that brief phase where you guys tried to convince me to let you play music while we were fucking listen. Now, dude, I feel like I'm getting pissed. Like I'm trying to talk, I'm trying to get my speech, and you're fucking interrupting.
Speaking of Sonny Siaki, that's a real asshole movie.
Jesus.
No music. Sorry.
I was like starting getting heated. Like I'm gonna yell. Thank you. Listen, real quick. Thanks for everybody who's still here. I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know why you're doing it. Why put yourself through that? But thank you.
This is our audience.
Well, I'm saying thank you for tolerating.
Yes.
Them and me. I'm separate because I'm a whole different problem. Like I fully accept every responsibility that goes wrong with this show.
This is the last one, and we'll end it on this one because this is one of my old favorites too. Get Relic.
Well, we all know who it's going to be. The big name, the one and only
Splat.
The cum shirt. That's the big announcement. It's not AJ Styles. It's AJ Styles cum shirt. It's back in shop. Wait, what is the TNA merchandise? TNA merch. It's AJ Styles cum splatter shirt.
He's gonna show up looking with that same face, very similar to when Christian Cage came back. You know, on the trade deal from Ric Flair. And he came back and he was like so pissed he had to come back to TNA. He was like, fuck this place.
The Hall of Fame.
Oh, when he won the belt from Kenny Omega?
No, this is
this was years before that. I'm like, yeah, I think the reaction was, why is this guy fucking back? When he won the belt. Sorry.
That too.
You know, sometimes it's hard to turn the filter off, and I'm spilling trade secrets here.
It's okay.
Trade secret.
Okay.
Well, you know, I just like to be the fan that's not. I'm just like, why am I here? Do I even like wrestling? What the fuck is this shit?
What are we doing here?
I'm too honest, and I know you encourage it. You all have been very encouraging of my what the fuck-isms when it comes to wrestling, but sometimes maybe you should tell me to shut the fuck up.
No, this is why we love you, because when the train goes off the track, you just kind of just hang out the window like, hey.
I'm the one throwing bricks onto the rails. It's like, get the fuck off the track.
Let's go. There's a tree over there. Let's go.
Well, you know, there's things I'm very passionate about, and I do get passionate about, like, you know, using Lish. And I don't always rant, but
it's welcome. It's welcome.
Thanks.
With
appreciate it.
Within reason, yeah. No.
That's what? The guy from Survivor, right?
Yeah, Survivor guy.
Okay.
He had a pretty long run in TNA.
Why did I think that guy's name was Truth Martini for the longest time? There is a Truth Martini, isn't there?
Hairstyle.
There is.
Yeah, he's a manager. But yeah, I think it's the wild hair maybe and the sunglasses.
All right. That's why. Different generations?
Slightly.
Missed each other by a year?
Truth was obviously doing more Ring of Honor, and then Fair Play was just pretty much doing TNA for a bit. But that's the other thing. I still think there's an outside chance they go old school TNA, because that's when TNA would bring in like celebrities from like reality TV.
No, who wants that?
From sports. I could see them doing that again, because that would be like, if it's a, hey.
Oh, God, we're going to get a Logan Paul match, aren't we?
But guess what? That draws big ratings for the company up north.
I know, it's because the influencer bullshit. Spare me. I'm not the targeted demographic.
But once again, for a more casual audience, that works. And if that's what you're going for, that's what casuals want to do.
I'll agree.
But even back then, what did casuals like about early WrestleManias and stuff like that when they got Mike Tyson involved and stuff? When they got...
You remember when Snooki had a match?
That's right, Snooki. God. Remember when we had JWoww? TNA.
Oh, I forgot JWoww. Yeah. Wow.
Now
we went there. We went to the shore. That's how we got Paulie. Or Robbie E.
Oh yeah. Because their whole gimmick was ripped off of that. Is that Jim Bro?
And they had Cookie
instead of Snooki.
Cookie.
I do remember
Robbie
this.
E and Cookie.
Was the Jim Tan Laundry?
Oh, Jim Tan Laundry. There you go.
GTL. Jim Tan Laundry. And then you go to the actual Jersey Shore, and it's like nothing like that. Those are New York Italians. They're not New Jersey Italians, okay? There's a huge difference.
Like, are there actually people that look like this?
In New York. Because that's where all the people from the Jersey Shore are from fucking Long Island and shit. Nobody's from Jersey. I still do that. No, I was gonna say the club, but the club is my car now because I'm too old for that shit.
Oh, the car.
Just the Jersey Turnpike, which is another really fun dance move.
Let's go. All right.
Cabs are here. Taxis on a queer.
We're gonna wrap it up on that way.
We're just gibbering at this point, so yeah, okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, thank you all.
Out.
Thank you all for tuning in this week. We love you. We're very appreciative of you. Thank you for the tips and the bits on your way out. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when this shit show hits your screen. Good night, folks. We'll see you next week in the preview to Hard to Kill. Can't wait, folks. We'll see you then. Play that funky
Button, buddy.